Hey YouTube, it's Kara. I just wanted to start off by mentioning what is going on right now in my life because it's kind of scary. So I'm out of school because I'm in college and our school already got out. My little sister is still in school along with my little brother and my twin sister. So today when I woke up, I found out that there was a shooter at my little sister's middle school. So we've been getting updates from the school. Apparently, the shooter did not hurt anybody, and no one can find him, and they think he has left the campus and is now hiding in the woods right behind my house. So that's scary. And luckily, no one, like I said, was hurt. But they're not letting any of the kids leave right now. And my sister has been in the same classroom for about 7 hours, and she's not allowed to leave. So um, that's good, I suppose. But there are lots of really angry parents at the school right now trying to get their kids, and it's creating horrible traffic. So we can't go anywhere because the traffic is really bad. So that's pretty much what's happening. I don't think any of the students are really in much danger right now because the entire SWAT team is there apparently, and like all the police officers, and of course like hundreds of parents. So I mean, I don't think the shooter's gonna be coming back. But it's still really scary, waking up and finding out that your little sister is in danger. So that's what I've been going through today. Kind of a rough day to start, but I am going to do a book review just like everything's normal. And hopefully, when Miranda gets home, I will hug the crap out of her, tell her I love her. Okay, so I am reviewing today Wither by Lauren DiStefano or DiStefano. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce her name. Like always, I can never tell. Um, this book is 358 pages long. I finished it about 3 days ago, but I have not gotten around to doing a review on it. Okay, so I have my cheat sheet here. The summary is it is about a girl named Ryan Ellery, and it is a dystopian novel about um, it's kind of it was after World War III, I believe, and the cure to cancer was found, but they found out that it kills the new generation, kills girls at 20 and boys at 25. So that's how long you'll live. So girls will only live to be 20 and boys will only live to be 25. Now Ryan lives with her twin brother in Manhattan, and she gets taken by a gatherer who takes girls to become brides of really wealthy men to help preserve the human race, have babies. And so she gets taken and she gets kind of enslaved into a polygamous marriage with two other girls and her. And the boy who she marries falls in love with her, but all she is thinking about is escaping back to her twin brother. So that's pretty much where the story takes off. She meets a servant boy, Gabriel, who she starts developing feelings for, which is bad because she's married. So that is basically the premise of this book, and it sounds really cool. So I'm gonna start with the negatives. Yeah, put that there. The first negative I have is that this story is taking place mostly in the house where she's being held, and that's fine. But it got a little dull. Not dull as in like the story was dull. Just like I was kind of tired of the house and the surroundings because it was just the same thing over and over again. And I don't know. I think it might just because I like adventure books where people travel places and they explore. But in this book you don't really get much adventure, but you get a lot of other things like you get mystery, and I'll talk about that in my positives. But the second negative I have is that it lacks a little bit of excitement. Like the climax it was okay. It wasn't, the end of the book didn't really, make me, oh god, that was so awesome. Like that wasn't really the end of the book. But there's a sequel called Fever, and I will definitely be checking that out. Okay, and then the last negative, that really isn't a negative. I don't really consider it a negative, but Gabriel, the servant boy, I thought he was 12. And I probably just didn't realize he was older, but I really did think he was like 12 years old. So when they started developing feelings for each other, I was like, wait, what? What's going on? But turns out he's older, so that was just my bad. Okay, so let's move on to the positives, and there are a lot. First thing I want to mention is that these characters were created really well because they're each three-dimensional, and they had their likable qualities along with their unlikable qualities, and to me that makes the character likable no matter what, even if they're the villain. If they're three-dimensional, I'm gonna like them. And that was probably the highlight of this book, were the characters and their interactions with each other, and just getting to see the characters change and develop in this kind of sedentary, trapped lifestyle. It was really interesting. The next was the reveals. You know how in every book, something's revealed and it's like, oh my gosh. Well, I liked some of them. I liked the reveals in this book. They were really good, and they weren't at the end. They were kind of in the middle. And the last thing I have to say is that the concept is really creative. I, never have heard of people dying at age 25, and it kind of makes the whole tone of the book, even though the tone of the book is a little slow, it's also kind of fast because they're running out of time. So, and this book is sad. Yeah, I almost cried. But anyway, so overall, I'm going to give this book a B, and the reason why I didn't give it a higher rating was just because of the lack of adventure. Because there's mystery and there's really good, one-on-one talk, dialogue, and the concept's good. But sometimes sometimes the main character Ryan would repeat her thoughts. Like she would think, "Oh, I miss my brother," and then the next chapter she'd think, "I miss my brother." Or actually, this actually stood out to me. There was a time when she wondered how she would get along with Lyndon, her husband, if she hadn't been trapped with him. And that's a pretty thought provoking sentence, I suppose. But then she keeps asking herself that throughout the book, and I'm like, you don't really have to ask yourself that. You already asked it once. You don't need to ask it again. But she kept asking, so well, I wonder what it'd be like if I had never known you. Whatever. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Wither, and I am currently reading Marked. So, and this is by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, and I'm only 30 pages in. Yeah, 36 pages. So. And the reason why I haven't been reading is because I've been doing jigsaw puzzles, because they're really addicting, and my family does them over Christmas. So, yeah, so that's basically what's going on in my life. Just finished Wither a few days ago, reading Marked and There Was a Shooter at my little sister's school. Yep. Never dull. Bye.